enlisting into the armed forces is a calling, something they were meant to do. That was the case for Art Stokenbury. He felt so compelled to serve his country that in 1993 he joined the Army. Stokenbury served in Saudi Arabia and Bosnia. In 2001, he had put in 8 years of service when 9/11 hit.
Actually, I was planning on getting out. I was in Bosnia when 9/11, and I was actually planning on getting out of the service, and then 9/11 hit, so I re-enlisted. I wanted to be there for my country. I wanted to serve. You know, I knew I was going to be sent off again, and I just, wanted to be part of it.
Stokenbury was deployed to Sadr City, Iraq in April of 2004. Once he landed in Iraq, he knew this tour of duty would be a lot harder than anything he faced before.
It's kind of hectic, it's chaotic. I mean, it's, no schedule. You move and you go, and sometimes, you don't sleep for days, and sleep in the vehicle, sleep on the ground. And you're just kind of going with the mission. You get different missions and you go, and it's, you don't know when you're going to be back in the forward operating base, and you're moving, you're going. You set up perimeters, you do what, you're constantly getting new missions, so it's busy, I would say, chaotic. We had an IED explode in my vehicle, and it kind of rattled us a little bit.
That IED was a reminder of the dangers Stokenbury would face every day on this deployment, never knowing if the next surprise attack was right around the corner. Then, in June of 2004, Stokenbury was in charge of a convoy escort. His duty was to provide security for a civil affairs team who were on their way to a local school. That's when his life changed forever.
I was meeting with their NCO, their non-commissioned officer, and just kind of plotting or just figuring out the mission and kind of planning a mission. I was walking back to my vehicle to brief my guys, my soldiers, and about that time a mortar round hit and it landed next to me, and the crazy thing was it didn't explode. And so that was pretty close to death.
The rounds kept coming, one after another. Stokenbury was on the ground between two buildings when he noticed the attack starting to shift to another area. This was his chance to get away.
I got up to run to a bunker, and before I got there, a mortar round probably hit 15 feet away from me. And of course, I got hit by that shrapnel there, and I got hit by another mortar round. So two of them pretty close together.
The shrapnel went into his leg, shoulder, and neck. One piece went all the way into his spinal cord that was close to making him paralyzed. It is so deep into his spine that doctors could not remove it, and it will forever remain a part of his spine. Now back home in Little Rock, Stokenbury continues to struggle in his recovery. He has a 5-year-old son who looks up to his dad and wishes to be an Army man himself. He has numerous medals, including a Purple Heart, for his actions in Iraq. But when Art Stokenbury is alone with his thoughts, they always take him back to that day.
I still get issues. There's still things that kind of bring me back, I think seeing things is like, today I can't even hear, a baby cry because I think of a situation I went back to in Iraq, and that, kind of made my life difficult. I think it probably contributed to my divorce and all that. So, I still deal with things, probably hypervigilant, I'm always checking things, so it becomes a part of you.
Art has found some positives in these tough times. He has developed a deep bond with the men he served with and is in constant contact with them. Life in Little Rock is about to get a little bit better too.